Hi, I'm Eli from Colony, and this is 26 Questions with Eli.
Hi Eli, thank you so much for fitting our 26 questions interview into your busy schedule.
Sure, glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Cool, let's do this. Where does the project name come from? What does it mean for you, and why did you choose the name for your project?
Sure, so Colony is a community-driven project to foster the growth of the Avalanche ecosystem. It's made by the community and for the community. So Colony comes from this idea of a community getting together to achieve something bigger than themselves.
Which city is your head office located in? Do you have any active partnerships?
So Colony is quite global. We're actively working with Asia, Europe, and the US. The core team is located in France, Geneva, and also in London. So we are at the very center of Europe, but we're working closely with our partners on an international scale. In terms of partnership, we're working closely with projects from the Avalanche ecosystem, like Avalanche, the launchpad of the ecosystem. Mark, the CEO, is a good friend. So Colony completed its seed round from big VCs, and we are going to open our private sale quite shortly. We have strong partners within the Avalanche ecosystem, such as Yidiak, Pangolin, and many others that I don't have the time to describe here, but we will disclose them later, especially concerning our relationship with the Avalanche Foundation.
Can you share about the niche market and target markets and the broader market that Colony Lab aims to? What does the Colony Lab thinks about the Asia crypto market?
Yes, sure. So Colony will empower its community to participate in early stage deals. So through Colony Open Governance, the community will be able to investigate promising projects and invest capital in them if they judge it's a good project or not. So bringing value to the Avalanche ecosystem is really the key here. Colony will be global, so we are building an international community to support projects from all around the world that want to build on top of Avalanche. And I think the Asian community is really powerful. And I'm thrilled that leaders from this community are already following Colony and endorsing Colony, and in our plan to really foster the growth here on Avalanche.
Currently, there are many trending and new promising blockchains in this DeFi world. Why did you choose Avalanche ecosystem for Colony Lab?
Yes, so that's a good question. So I've been in crypto since 2013. I've seen many projects building new base layer for the future of Web3. When I came across the Avalanche network a year ago, I felt that this was the right one. So the technological breakthrough powering the consensus and the subnet customizability built on top of the entire platform was the perfect combo to me, to be able to scale with high decentralization. So I could talk about this, like for hours, but what is important here is to support people building on top of this new layer. That is, to me and to the team here at Colony, the most technologically advanced platform. So this is why we want to empower the community to really bring value here.
Is this platform suitable for crypto beginners, or does it only appeal to professional users?
Sure. So the Avalanche platform itself is getting friendlier as the time goes by. So in regards to Colony itself, especially, so we're building a platform with a great user experience to make sure that it's easy to use for everyone. So beginner will be able to stake their Colony token. Then they will receive over time multiple airdrops of promising project building on top of the Avalanche ecosystem. So that's perfect for beginners. Just one coin to stake to receive plenty. For more confirmed and professional user within the crypto space, Colony will allow them to participate actively in the governance. So there will be an open governance where the community members will be able to participate in project analysis, decide if an investment should be made or not. So Colony will be accessible to everyone, and the level of involvement will depend on one's will.
What kind of innovation will you bring to the Avalanche ecosystem with your project?
So Colony will enable the community to benefit from early stage deals, like a venture capital fund, but they will be receiving all the created value directly back to them. And the way we are building that is very different from the venture capital world. So this is a truly new concept. This is why Colony is unique, and people stacking CLY, Colony token, will benefit from airdrops of many promising projects. And also they will benefit from AVAX stacking rewards and CLY rewards too, because we're going to buy AVAX as well and stack it. And yeah.
When it increases in adoption in particular, and the client has begun to increase by year-to-year comparisons for your project, what is the plan to secure enough fluidity at an exchange to satisfy a market order?
Yeah, so very good question. So in terms of liquidity, Colony token will have 10% of the entire supply dedicated to provide liquidity across several exchanges. So we're also working with market makers to ensure that order books will be well built. And also Colony will regularly buy back CLY token with the profit that we made on the liquidity providing program that we are launching. So this buyback mechanism will create a recurring buying pressure on Colony token.
As far as I know, the Colony structure comprises two complementary pillars, and the second pillar is a DAO. You highlighted that the DAO structure will be implemented progressively via a secured infrastructure. Would you kindly provide more details about this?
Exactly. So that's correct. Colony aims at decentralizing its infrastructure over time to build a full DAO. So DAO are quite complex to build. You want to make sure that they are secure to protect the community's capital. So some part of Colony will be easier to decentralize than others. We know that, and we're pretty aware of that problem. So for example, the staking program is easy to decentralize, but early stage investments are not. So we just know that we cannot build the DAO overnight, and we want to build the DAO alongside with the community to get their feedback to really build something to empower everyone here. So the full DAO infrastructure will take time to build, but we already have 3 Solidity developers working on that, 2 front-end developers, 1 back-end developer, so everything is getting together here.
Could you please tell us more about your tokenomics? What's the total supply, and what kind of plans do you have regarding CLY unlocks in the future?
Sure. So in regards to the total supply, so there will be 150 million tokens. The initial market cap will be around $8.5 million. There will be no vesting schedule for the public sale. The private sale will be open to the public in the coming weeks because we want to empower our community to invest in very early stage deals. So we also want for them to be able to participate to Colony very early. In regards to the private sale, there will be a 10% available at TGE and then 50% at the end of the quarter. After that, it's going to be 25% at the end of each quarter. So a vesting of 1 year in total. Seed round participants are locked for 2 years, and the team and advisors are locked for 3 years in total.
Marketing and advertising for the project is very necessary. How does Colony plan to expand this project in the global world?
The community is the building out of Colony. So building exposure, visibility, and reaching communities in every corner of the world is a priority to us. So multiple AMAs are planned with key players of the ecosystem. We have on our side some strong KOLs and well-known influencer in the crypto space. So we really want to gain exposure globally and adapt to the community needs. So the marketing is built around that idea, and we have very strong partnerships to achieve that vision.
What are the hurdles your team is facing at present as an emerging Avalanche ecosystem accelerator?
Good question. So Colony's team is moving quite fast forward to deliver its product and to become a cornerstone of the Avalanche ecosystem. So we're backed by the entire ecosystem here. There there is a lot of people behind the scene working with us to make Colony very successful, and it's a pleasure to be surrounded by all of those people helping us. And they are here for the marketing, to network, also to help us raise capital. So I think the main hurdle here is time, right? 24 hours per day is too short to accomplish our daily to-do list.
When providing liquidity, many participants only look at the APY and APR figures to decide whether or not to include it as an input. But what form would you take if you were to make sure that the company is seen as an attractive investment over the long term?
Sure. So APY and APR are not only the metrics to look at, especially while investing in early stage projects. So Colony will deploy capital in projects at early stage, but also we will provide capital and liquidity to early stage protocols. So the community will be the judge of where to invest, but the core team behind Colony will structure things to make sure that the community adopt a diversified approach. Therefore, on the liquidity program, Colony will provide liquidity to existing well-established protocols, but also to new promising protocols. As always, no risk, no return, but the idea here is to adopt a risk-managed approach to maximize yield while managing associated risks.
People of a cipher currency say that the next boom happens in NFT behind DeFi. Do you agree to this? And what is the plan for the concept of NFT or project built based on technology? Is there a future idea about NFT?
Sure. So NFTs are not new, but it's a powerful concept. So NFTs will power the metaverse and play-to-earn models. And it's just the beginning of the metaverse. And Colony is thrilled by the idea of supporting emerging projects building the futures of the metaverse on Avalanche. So KLO, for example, which recently launched on Avalanche, is a really good example of that. If you want to picture what a metaverse is and what metaverse are in general, I think you can check the movie Ready Player One, and you will understand a bit more of the concept behind it.
Non-crypto users are very important for mainstream adoption. How are you planning to attract non-crypto users towards your project? Is there any upcoming partnership that will bring non-crypto users and real use cases?
That's a really interesting question. So we really want to empower the growth of the Avalanche ecosystem here. So non-crypto users are not really aware of what the Avalanche ecosystem is. So for now, Colony will attract only crypto users. But very soon we'll be able to onboard institutional investors as well, as Colony deploy capital through a regulated framework. So that will be announced next year, but we are building the infrastructure to do that. So crypto user first and non-crypto users second here, but we definitely want to contribute to the mainstream adoption overall.
Why did you choose to use community-driven ways? Are you sure people will choose your projects and drive it like roadmaps, or it will become like other projects which are good at the start but stuck at the end?
Yes, sure. So we believe that the more brain power, the better. It's more challenging to set up a community-driven initiative because you need to reach consensus, and this is quite appropriate to the blockchain technology spirit. So regarding Colony, we'll process a lot of deal flow, and our community will be a strong engine here to review, analyze those projects. So I think we have to the challenge with Colony, and we're looking forward to working closely with our community to foster the growth of the entire ecosystem here.
In 2021, I got scammed a few times, rug pulls, soft pulls, etc. How can we investors be sure that Colony Lab will not be similar? Are your contracts public and somewhere to be seen? Sure.
So Colony will be audited, and we intend to make all relevant security information public if possible. So the team is already public, and we are putting our responsibility on the line here. So Colony is very different from anonymous crypto project offering high API for like some weeks and then just to scam people. So we have well-known backers that we will disclose soon from the ecosystem itself and also huge VCs firm. So we intend to deliver the best product possible to empower the community.
How can one stake AVAX and other subnet tokens in the colony when your project is live? Will there be any minimum staking amount?
Sure, very good question. So the way it's going to work is that people will be able to buy Colony on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, and then stake their token within our platform. If they are staking those tokens for quite some time, so we are aiming at 20 days, with a minimum amount that will be like a few Colony token. Then you will be able to, with those staking CLY, to earn AVAX because 10% of the capital deployed will be used to buy AVAX at first. So you will receive all the stacking rewards from that. So yeah, there will be a minimum staking amount for CLY, but it will be low to allow as many community members as possible. And in terms of subnets, so we intend to also be able to validate subnets if those subnets are allowing us to do so. And if they do, we will then airdrop also the stacking rewards from those subnets.
Please tell me how the development of the ecosystem is maintained in the future.
Sure, so that's a good question. So Colony has a good relationship with Avalanche, Yield, and many other leading projects of the Avalanche ecosystem. So we intend to nourish this existing relationship to create new ones that will benefit project building on Avalanche and that Colony will support.
I found that you are providing good support to Avalanche nowadays. Do you think Avalanche has a great future in the crypto world?
Sure. So as mentioned earlier, we think that the Avalanche platform will empower DeFi application, but also traditional finance application through subnets in the coming years. So this is the early days of the Avalanche ecosystem, and Colony's mission is to capitalize on this upcoming growth and to reroute all the created value back to its community.
Okay, last question. What's your next move to expand your project, and where do you see the future of your project at the end of 2021?
Sure. So as you know, crypto is moving very fast. 2 years ago, no one was talking about DeFi, and now there is almost 100 billion of total value locked in DeFi. So in 2021, Colony will be a cornerstone of the Avalanche ecosystem and at the forefront of, like the metaverse expansion with new type of NFTs and lead initiatives to empower builders of the ecosystem here. So Colony is just getting started, and we are looking forward to expanding our community. So feel free to join us on Telegram, Twitter to learn more about the project, and a lot of new partnership will be announced in October. So October is really going to be a huge month for Colony. A new website will be announced. We're going to open our private sale also to our early community. So we're really looking forward to what's next.
Thank you so much for answering 20 questions from the community. Now it's your turn to ask our fans 6 questions. Do you have the 6 questions ready?
Sure. Yes, I do.
All right, let's get this started.
Perfect. So question 1, is Colony an open governance project empowering its community? Question 2, will Colony provide liquidity to DeFi protocols building on top of Avalanche? Question 3, will Colony stake AVAX? Question 4, will Colony airdrop early stage token to its community? Question 5, will the community receive AVAX staking rewards? And question 6, will Colony have an index?
Awesome session. Thank you for the questions. We hope you guys liked the interview session with Eli. For fans whose questions are selected, please claim your rewards as per instructions in the description box below. And for those who want to participate and win USDT, simply answer the 6 questions that Eli had asked Comment your answers in the comment section below and we will pick 6 lucky winners. Thank you so much for coming on to our show, Eli. Till the next time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.